Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, where today I'm looking at somebody else's save game. This is called Shilka's Full Playthrough and you can find it on the Steam Workshop. I'll also link it in the description down below. And this guy has been able to connect all the towns and all the industries together and make sure that every town gets everything that it needs. He has a lot of intricate signals set up, a lot of road connections, a lot of train connections. I mean, just look at this. There's 4 train lines running side by side. There are a lot of lines running between all sides. I'm not exactly sure what sort of naming convention he used. BO11A Ride Station. You got, for example, PO1 Ride Chestnut. It might be a passenger line. You got a passenger line going from over here, Newcastle to Cheshunt. Or possibly pronounced as Cheshunt, Newcastle to Braintree. All of these towns are connected. Now, I think that he's done this in a really, really neat fashion. He does seem to have a counterclockwise line and a clockwise line running through, for example, Braintree over here. But I was just most impressed by how he has set up these transport lines. Some things I'm not quite understanding. Like this train line, for example. Why is it making such a wide bend? I would just say you're going to go here and you go straight north. Connect it right there. There are a lot of trains running around. Keep that in mind. There is one going from a plastics to a goods factory. We got a cargo station over here. Look at this. This also looks nice. Just a cargo station, a cargo platform, with just beside that a train depot. Now, I'm wondering if he's using a double platform for his logs. Yes, that's it. So this platform probably has a lot of capacity. It's just one terminal, but it uses a double platform. And I think the game might understand that as using both of the platforms to store cargo. So this is a really neat way of doing it. What else does he have going on? Yeah, over here we got... Oh, this is also quite nice. You got one platform from this goods factory that seems to be going, well, let's call it west. This way anyway, towards the steel mill. And you, of course, need steel if you want to be producing goods. There is at least one train running there. Yeah, there's 2 trains running there. So these guys are picking up steel from the steel mill transfer. Look at that. That is a neatly organized station. That's a hell of a lot better than mine. I can learn a lot from the way that this guy has been building his platforms. Because he just uses double track, triple platform, double track, triple platform, double track. And make sure that these things all line up together. As for his switches, he has one track that splits into 2. He has another track that splits into 2. Another one that splits into 2. And this one seems to be going to the depot. So this one, these 2, are feeding into this line here, which is going that way. And the other line, which is going that way. I find this to be just a really elegant way of doing things. Because if I open up the line viewer, you can see that everything has 2 ways. Now, it's a nice way of doing it, but it might very well be really expensive. Because in my current save game, I'm running with usually just 2 tracks coming out of a station, sometimes 4, and I bundle those together in 2. But he has them set up in combos. So a train starts from a platform and immediately gets split, or a track starts from a platform, immediately gets split into 2. Then you got a one-way signal, and that tells the trains where they can and cannot go. Now he has also color-coded all of his trains with a particular type of color for a particular type of what I think is resource. The G, I think, stands for goods, so part of a goods line. Planks to tool factory, you got tools going to Southwick, you got tools going to Cheshunt, you got tools going to sawmill, logs going to the sawmill. P for passengers, passenger line 01, S01, what is that? This is going from right cargo harbor. Let's open this one up. That's the last line. Ah, it's a ship. It's 2 ships. Ah, hence the S. S for shipping. Makes sense. Going from the harbor over here all the way up the river and dropping off here. Oh, this is one nicely built harbor. This is beautifully done. My harbors are usually just really straightforward. If you've ever seen me build a harbor, it just looks like this. I just plunk it down, done. That's pretty much all that I do with a harbor. He, however, has built it out really nicely. You got the harbor building over here. I think this might have been his main one. Then a large terminal, a couple of small terminals, or small, what are they called? Small docks. And then just a couple of cargo buildings. They don't actually do anything, but they look nice. I can learn a lot from this guy, especially when it comes down to his statics. What do we have over here? Just a train that seems to be picking up food. And then proceeds to go potentially into Newcastle under Lyme. And the other one, I think, is heading all the way... All the way where? Is it going all the way to Ryde? That would be a hell of a trek. No, it's just the one line. It's just going to Newcastle under Lyme. The train line might not be making too much money because it's not picking up a lot of food. There we go. It's in the negative. Then he drops it off here. And where does he go then? Because he just drops it off over there. But is that where they need it? Yep, that's where they need it. And the cargo station over here seems to be covering exactly that area. So well done there. He has another train station over here, which is providing goods. And this means that, as opposed to what I'm usually doing in my save games, he has a train station set up specifically in an area where it is needed, and then drops off the required good directly there. Whereas I usually have a cargo station on the edge of my town, and then I take a couple of cargo trucks and I start shipping it to where inside the town it is needed. I'd say that this is a far more elegant solution. Also, I think he might have been doing some designing on this town, because it looks very structured. You got this larger road over here. Then a sort of circle line for the trams. And they are probably running in each direction. One clockwise, one counterclockwise. They end up at this train station and then pick up passengers all over the place and eventually spawn in from the tram depot as needed. Train station over here has just a couple of tracks, or a couple of terminals. In fact, it has 3, and the rest are all throughput lines. And these are apparently part of the station. So he deployed these and then connected the rest of his lane or his rail lines onto it. Is it the most efficient way of doing things? I don't think so. I think it could be made more efficient if you just go with 2 lines, so 2 tracks, one way, one the other way. It saves you a hell of a lot of money. But this is really nicely done. It just looks nice. Over here we got a couple of trains coming in. But apparently they're not quite able to get there. This is a planks to machine, this is a planks to tools. Why are you guys not going in? Ah, this one's now cleared to go in. Ah, because this one was still inside the train station. And now, probably when this train comes out, this one can use that terminal. There you go, now he's going in. Seems like a really busy station over here, the Newcastle Sawmill siding. Potentially so much so that he might need more platforms over here, but for now it just seems to be working. As for the train station itself, it also has this nice bend around it. Just the way that this guy structures all of his trains and all of his stations, I really like it. Now, I might be doing more of these, let's say, save game interviews or save game playthroughs. Or not really a playthrough, but I don't know. Let's have you guys come up with a good description or a good title for this particular video or video type. I'm looking at games, save games from the Steam Workshop, just seeing what the person has done, how they play it, how they've laid out their infrastructure, and looking to learn from it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you want to check out this particular transport network for yourself, then you can do so through the link down below in the description. That's the Steam Workshop link. Subscribe to it, and the game will automatically pop up in your save games list. Anyway, that's all for today. Quick look at this save game. I think it looks really, really nice. So, Shilka, well done. Kudos to you. Because this just looks overall way better than my lines. Could it be more efficient? Potentially. Does it look nice? Hell yeah. Well done. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you guys soon for more Transport Fever 2.